Alright guys, what's going on? Chili Games back again. It's good to be back with you guys. I told you in the stream yesterday that I would hold myself accountable and I would get this video out today. Honestly, with the time that I have, usually I'm just like, do I want to play or do I want to make a video? And sometimes I'm just kind of wanting to play. So, but you know, we have plenty of time, and I wanted to get this game out because it's nothing. It's nothing very special, but it's just, like I said yesterday in the stream, lightning is borderline perfect. Obviously, there's some encounters that can be really bad for it, but in overall consistency, lightning is the ship to go to for a DD. So, I had a question in the stream yesterday about, what was it, the Jervis, and some guy was like, I'm loving the Jervis. Well, you know, it's like if you're loving the Jervis, you are going to absolutely love the Lightning. The Lightning has all the perfect buffs on there. The turret traverse is a little bit better. The reload is better because you get the 4th mod slot. The torpedoes are 10-kilometer range. It is just, it is such a beautiful ship to play. And when everything starts to come together, you are just, I don't know, it's just a great time. So anyways, Lightning here. This was actually, I think I did have like a beer or two, and for some reason, whenever I just drink like one beer, obviously, you know, you just kind of like stop overthinking and you just play. And not to say that I'm an alcoholic, because I feel like I've said that the last 2 games where I've been drinking. But I don't drink a lot at all. It just so happened to be, I think, during the same night, maybe a little earlier. So we have Cleveland at 7.5 kilometers. Obviously, we are in radar range. But if he did radar, not many things are in the vicinity to really shoot me. The Kurfürst can. He has to get his guns turned, though. The Edinburgh could. But he's starting to get a little bit too far away to actually do meaningful damage to me. And I can always angle towards his AP. The Yamato is... Honestly, the Yamato would be the one that I'd be scared about the most, because his guns are turned easiest towards me, and he only has to hit me once or twice to really actually do like a really love damage. So we have the Kurfürst here. Might as well open up on the Yamato at the beginning there because we are radared. So Kurfürst and coffee. Realize that we are still radared, but I'm assuming that it's going to go down very soon. So I like to stay in here for another couple seconds, and because like I got kind of greedy. I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm going to be spotted anyways. I want to stay in the smoke screen here. So we have a fire burning on the Kurfürst. I'm not sure if he's put it out yet or not. He actually still has it burning. This is kind of where I was like, you know what? I'm in a really bad spot because the Kurfürst has 6-kilometer hydro, and I am within 6 kilometers of this guy. So immediately I'm like, oh crap! This guy is actually pushing me out here. Weirdly enough, he doesn't have hydro. Either he's not using it, he doesn't realize I'm there. I shoot 3 torpedoes off. I'm not sure why, but it's like the perfect amount of torpedoes to kill this guy. I turn around again, like when you're feeling it in this game, you're just feeling it. 3 perfect hits. I was just like, oh man, like this Lightning is just, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like there is minimal time for you to waste. You know, you don't waste a lot. I was able to shoot 3 torpedoes off there. That's all I needed. I had another set going for that. Was it a Bismarck? I can't remember actually. I can't see the screen too much. It's a little screen. And then I'm just like, all right, well, what do I do now? It's kind of interesting to push in here. I could go for that destroyer that's in front of me, or I could take a second here, use a smoke screen, and do a little bit of chip damage on this Yamato before I come back. And honestly, this is how I like to play the Lightning. Just, I always found myself when I first used this ship that I would have like even like 2 or 3 extra smoke screens that I didn't use, and I'm like, you know what, so that means if I want to get the most out of this ship, then I could probably stop and do these little maneuvers right here a little bit more often, because you don't waste much time. The fire chance is very good. I am using Vian. I use a gunboat build for Lightning every single time. The torpedo reload is fine, and you have the ability to ripple fire them, so it's not, you know, All guns for this ship. The guns are incredible. The fire chance gets up to 10%. Oh no, 11. No, it's 10. It's 10. It's 10%. 10% with the with that fire perk and the legendary skill. Get a double fire on the Yamato, and then aiming for the back because this guy's beached. I'm not sure what exactly he's doing there. Get a fire on the first salvo towards the back. Aim for the bow of the ship to get that 4th fire spot and get the last salvo off. And I believe as it lands, yep, we get the 4th fire. So that's what I'm saying. This ship is just, it has so many good things about it. It is just so consistent. That dude's just stranding, like he's just sitting duck. We have another DD countering the Utachi above us. I see that the Cleveland is low health. I can lob my shells here, so I'm going to take as much time as I can. And, you know, if I can take a shot to kill this Cleveland, I'll have to assume this guy will be, if I had to 1v1 this guy 5 minutes down the road, I would want him to have the least amount of health possible. So while I could take the shots, I'm going to take as many as I can. And obviously me getting spotted was probably the best thing to do there because it brings him out in front of this, my friendly teammate here, which is inevitably going to kill him. So again, we're playing. We are just going. We don't really care. We're shooting like we're shooting. We're locking our guns. We're looking around. I rarely do this because I feel like it's not going to work. And we're just beaming this guy. We dodge the torps at the same time. We get the kill. And like I was playing this game and I was like, wow, we are really just firing on all cylinders right now. It was pretty crazy. Almost full health too, and you know, honestly, this game could have gone a lot different if the Kerfers had sonared me or whatever. But who cares? When you're playing and you're feeling good, you just play lights out and just commit to whatever you want to commit to, and that's the best that you're gonna do. So now I elected to leave that Utachi with our teammate there. He was fine, and I'm checking out my ship here. I was like, man, this is a good-looking ship. Good-looking ship, man. I guess something to say about the Lightning is how good is the Daring going to be? The tier 10 on PC, because the gearing is pretty solid in Legends right now. It takes a lot of damage, but it can definitely do a lot of work in the game. I think Daring is probably going to be like the destroyer to beat for sure. It's just the British destroyers just have so many good inherent qualities, like the smoke screens, good detection, good guns, ripple fire torpedoes, hydro, defensive hydro. You know, it's 3 minutes long, kind of a short range. They are just all around. They have everything, and they are a fantastic choice if you're looking for a destroyer line to go to. If you have never played destroyers before, I would not encourage you to go down the IJN line first. Why? Because that is more of a, I would say IJN and also the, what's it called? The French. Mainly because those guys are one-trick ponies. You know, they're pretty difficult to play. Obviously, the French don't have a smoke screen. And the IGN struggle to defend themselves because they're not gunboats for sure. So if you want a good overall line to go down that is, you know, good at guns, has good torps, is good at a lot of different things, definitely I would say check out the British line for destroyers, and also the Germans. The Germans can also be very. There's a big argument going down between, you know, the Z-23 versus Lightning, who wins. Well, obviously it depends on the player, but I think it is a very close game, and they are just so much utility between the two classes. So I think your first line for destroyers, if you're wanting to learn, some great options are obviously going for the Lightning and the Z-23. Fantastic ships. Coming up around here, 4 kills and a Witherer. Randomly, the Witherer is the only medal that we have. But we're trying to get something cheeky on this Edinburgh here. And this game was almost flawless up until this right here. I could have played this a little bit better, but, you know, honestly, it's the last kill that is, you know, the last guy on the team. So he does a good job of dodging this torpedo, though. I will say that. But since we've been ripple firing our torpedoes and not just shooting them off like an idiot, like I always do, we're just going to shoot these last send-off torpedoes, and this is going to be about the end of the video, guys. And that is going to be the Lightning Crack and Unleashed Flesh Wound and a Wither. I don't know what it was, but this game, I just, when I finished playing it, I was like, wow, it wasn't crazy, but it just felt like we did everything we needed to do almost perfectly. So anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all so much. I hope to get some more videos out for y'all soon, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.